Hello, this is day 70 of my Zing Performance Program, designed to help develop my cerebellum. So I want to share what happened in my day today because it was a bit weird, and part of me thinks that I need to attribute what happened to Zing Performance, the program that I'm on. I'm day 70 of 90 in total, so I've only got 20 days left. So I'm near the end. And yeah, this is not going to sound weird to most people, but for me, this is weird. So just for context, I normally work from home, but today I actually travelled to a client. Normally, if I've got to travel anywhere or be anywhere, it causes a lot of anxiety because I know I've got to get ready. I know I've got to figure out what time I've got to be there. And there's all this calculation that I need to do with time and making sure that I actually get my stuff together and focus on what I'm supposed to be doing rather than get, distracted by something else. And then the time usually disappears and I don't know what's happened. And yeah, it's usually tough for me to leave the house at a certain time. So what normally happens if I travel to see a client or go anywhere, I'm late, and I usually end up running to the train station, which is great because that's good exercise. But quite often what happens is I'm late, so then I ring an Uber, and then the Uber comes late, and then I'm late anyway, or because I've rang the Uber late. So that's my usual scenario. Now today, actually, I started last night thinking about what I was going to do today. Even this morning, I was thinking about what I needed to do in order, and then I did it. I didn't just think about doing it and then forget it. I actually did what I was supposed to do. So that included doing my Zing exercises about 8 o'clock this morning, which normally I don't get myself together to get them done by about 2 o'clock, even if I haven't got anything else to do for whatever reason, because I'm distracted by everything. But I got it done that early in the morning. I was so happy. And then I half ran, half walked to the train station, which was great. And I got there 2 minutes before the train actually got there. So I was thinking that I was probably going to, miss the train and have to get the next one. So I got an early one that I needed to get. But I was 2 minutes early. That was incredible. And not only that, when I got there, I used Google Maps to tell me where to go. So I was listening to it on my headphones and looking around. And as I usually do, and I got there okay. On the way back, I didn't even need to look at my app. I didn't even need Google Maps to get back because I remembered where I went, and I remembered all the road names, and I just got straight back to the station with no hassle, no stress whatsoever. I don't know what to say. That is very miraculous, I've got to say. I did have to say though, I did, when I went traveling last month, I did get to the station early, an hour early, but that's because I got my times mixed up. Usually I get my times mixed up the other way around, but that day I actually got there an hour early, so that was worked out good. I don't know if I would have made it on time had that not happened, but yeah, so I wanted to share that with you because when I was thinking about what I needed to do this morning, I was actually thinking about the stuff in my head and kind of like moving. This, I can't explain it. Like, I was thinking about what I needed to do, but I was kind of like organizing it in my head about what I was going to do and when. That might be a neurotypical thing to do, but that's not been my life. As I've said before, I'm dyslexic, and I'm also ADHD and dyscalculia. So actually managing things in my head and organizing them has been tough. In fact, I remember I used to be a lecturer, and I went to a talk, a big event thing, and the whole topic was executive function. And I remember leaving that feeling really, really confused, because they had it all mapped out in a diagram, how things with, and I just did not understand it at all. And as soon as I found out I'm ADHD, I realised why I didn't understand it, even dyslexia, because that executive function thing just is often not there. Let's just say that. So I'm wondering if this Zing Performance Program is actually helping. And I've just got up a website, Psychology Today, and I'm going to read out what executive function is for those of you that also don't know. Executive function describes a set of cognitive processes and mental skills that help an individual plan, monitor, and successfully execute their goals, which I did this morning. The executive functions, as they're known, include attention control, being able to focus on one thing, and not just hyper-focusing, which I'm great at, but focusing on the things that you need to focus on. So yeah, attention control, working memory. So remembering the things in your head long enough to actually do something with it, because normally I'd have to write everything down to be able to then decide what to do with it, like mind maps or diagrams and stuff like that on paper work quite well. But I managed to do it in my head today. That's the weird thing. So yeah, working memory, inhibition. So I think that means, you know, you might want to do something, but then say, no, just don't do it. You know, being able to control what your actions are. And problem solving, which I love problem solving, and I think I'm quite great at it. And my clients and my students, I think, feel the same way. And they're great at it too. I think that is definitely a strength, a neurodivergent strength. Anyway, but it says many of which are thought to originate in the brain's prefrontal cortex, which is this area. Now, this Zing Performance Program is designed to fully develop my I've forgotten the word for it now. I've said it like every day for the last 70 days. Cerebellum. Yeah. So this cerebellum is being developed by the Zing program. That's what it's designed to do anyway. And if I'm doing things more automatically because my cerebellum has been developed, then that gives more space in my prefrontal cortex, because what I've been doing, and I do actually feel it, I'm using this part of my brain to do like everyday tasks. Whereas neurotypical people, so people without ADHD, dyslexia, that kind of thing, neurotypical people, they just do loads of things automatically, and then they've got space in their prefrontal cortex to actually do the working, the organizing, the how have they called it, to execute their goals, to actually do what they want to do. It's just easy for people to do it because they're using this part of the brain all the time, because there's space in there. And I feel like my cerebellum may be working better than before, and that's why I've been able to do these things with my prefrontal cortex, which that part of my brain is called my prefrontal cortex. There you go. I think that's all I've got to say for today. Maybe I could tell you my sleep was a little bit better last night. I did wake up, but not as much as the night before. So I'm still having no salt. And what else did I say I was not going to do? Do you know, I can't even remember. So my memory's not that great, but there is improvement. Oh, I said I thought it might be to do with stress. That's what I said. I wondered if, yeah, but I don't know. I'm not really stressed apart from those forms that I've still not done, but I have looked at them and they're not even bad. They're so easy. But just the thought of them just gets me stressed out, and then I can't think properly. So I did actually sit and open them and have a look, but I didn't do it on my own. I had someone there with me. So yeah, it wasn't too bad. But that's all I'm going to say, because I'm rambling now and I'm going to go let you all have a good evening. If you've watched this far, wow. Anyway, take care. Bye.